In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down Luka Doncic and how he dominates the NBA. He just absolutely destroyed the Timberwolves just recently, and I think he's going to be able to continue that throughout this playoff series. So let's get down and let's check out what Luka Doncic does on the court that you can do as well so that you can also destroy your defenders. Let's get down, let's check him out really quickly. If you want to be able to shoot the basketball from further away, make sure to go check out my shooting workout that is down in the description below. Okay, so the first thing that I really want to point out is the fact that Luka Doncic is looking down court and giving himself and his teammates a lot of different options. When he's faced with a defender, he always makes sure to make contact first. That is how he is able to play at his speed. If you make contact with the defender first, you are going to be on balance and the defender is going to be off balance. That is why you want to make the defender work, and obviously the offensive player has to make contact with that defender first so that you can play at your speed. Here he spins off, makes that contact, and creates the gap that's needed to be able to get that shot off. He knows exactly how long it's going to take him to shoot, and he also knows how long it's going to take this defender to recover back to him, which means that making this slight contact right there, right before that spin, right there, that contact there, that gets the defender onto his heels, and then that quick step forward and step back, he knew exactly where that three-point line was. His foot is right behind it. You need to have court vision to be able to do that, but he's able to get that shot off because of that contact he made first, and in my opinion, he got fouled. He also has a really nice shooting form. He's able to get his shoulder and elbow in line with that rim, which is why he was able to make this shot, but also why he's able to make so many shots, and he also has a high release, which makes it harder for defenders to block. Okay, so now coming off of this screen, his man gets stuck on that screen, which forces a switch with Chet Holmgren. After he gets that switch, he's obviously not going to be taking that shot over top of a 7'3" guy. That would be a massive mistake. But he's going to back up. He's going to see who continues with that switch. He took a lot of dribbles there, but he was waiting. He was trying to figure out who's going to stay with him. As soon as he found out that Chet was staying with him, he's going to create as much gap, as much distance with the step back as he can. And while this may be a very tall person who may have had his hand up just at the end there is a lot of space between him and Chet. And because of that, Luka was able to get that shot off, and he did make it. Okay, so off of this dribble handoff, these guys tried to blitz that dribble handoff, which means that both of these guys, watch what happens right after this. There's a screen, and they try to blitz it. Blitzing means that the man who's defending the roll man comes up to defend the player who has the ball, and the original defender stays with his man. They're blitzing, and they've done it right on the sideline. Anytime that a team does a screen on the sideline, you need to blitz almost every single time. Luka picks up that ball and he doesn't panic, because what does he do? He passes over to his teammate who is now wide open. Remember, anytime that a team double teams you, there's always somebody open, and that somebody is, in this case, very close for a nice pass, which then leaves that player wide open to drive right to that rim. Now, why is this important? Well, if you are a very good scorer, you also need to be a very good passer with good court vision. Because if you're going to try and force a drive on two guys, you're going to end up getting that ball stolen from you in most cases. By having good vision, being able to see your teammate who's wide open, in this case with a behind-the-back pass, teams are not going to be looking to blitz Luka Doncic as much as they would if he was to try to attack on those two defenders. So now coming off of this screen, there's a lot of players who are worried about Luka Doncic in this play. They have a man who's coming down sideline, they have Luka who's coming off of a screen, and as soon as Luka Doncic is able to see that there's two guys guarding him so that he can't drive to the basket. They're essentially trying to ice or try and blitz the screen, which means that the guy's going over top, so they're trying to force him sideline. As soon as that happens, he has a teammate who moves off ball. If you've got teammates who move off ball, you have to feed them the ball as much as you can, and that's exactly what he does right here with the lob, so that he's able to get his teammate an open dunk. So here Luka Doncic, he's going to act like he's going to cut backdoor off of this screen, but then they turn the screen back around and it ends up being a staggered screen with a dribble handoff. Luka Doncic's defender goes underneath that screen, as we can see right here, and anytime a defender goes underneath that screen, you need to pull for the shot. We had a team that was guarding David and all they were doing was going underneath the screen, and he ended up getting 5 threes in a single game, and he's only 13 years old. He's actually 14 years old today, but at the time when he was 13 years old. So anytime a player goes underneath that screen who's guarding you, you need to pull for that shot. It's a given. You have to do that because you've created a lot of gap between yourself and your defender because he's gone underneath that screen. By pulling for that shot, that's going to be perfect for you. We can really see it from this angle right here. Because his man went underneath that screen, we can see that he's created a massive gap between himself and his defender, which then allowed him to pull for that shot. And if you don't have a good three-point shot, it's something that you need to work on, because that's going to really damage a lot of teams when they underestimate you and go underneath the screen. I hope that this video has helped you become a better basketball player. If it has, hit that like button and subscribe. Make sure to go check out my shooting workout that is down in the description below, and I will see you guys again in my next video.